at the Miss Bala premiere in LA. We're super excited, LA Live. Oh, I grew up on the border of Mexico, so I love Mexico. I love border towns. I love both cultures. I'm like, dude, I gotta do this. I want to tell this awesome story of a girl that's kind of caught between two cultures, like a lot of people are, and I wanted to show Mexico and Tijuana in an exciting way with the beautiful modern architecture, the murals, the art. First of all, Gina is, everybody wants to be your best friend or best buddy. She's so fun, and you really like her and you feel for her, so immediately you love this girl and you're kind of going to go with her, oh no, and you feel like what would happen to me if I went through this, because you can identify with Gina as kind of like a normal person in a way, and then she's able to convey that strength, that inner strength, that courage, that focus to get through this problem, every problem, and save her friend. The moment I met Ismael, I'm like, oh my God, the green eyes, the face, the chiseled face, but also the layers he brings to the character. He could identify with that kind of person trapped between two worlds, you know, that has good and bad things in him, and he's struggling to find his way. And he also has a sense of humor, and he's charming, and you kind of like, am I supposed to like this guy? I'm in love with him, but is he good or bad? It was inspired by a true story originally of a narco novia, you know, in Mexico that was kind of captured, a beauty queen captured by a narco organization, and then she was caught like 3 months later. Her picture was in the paper for being a narco novia. So our screenwriter, Gerardo Alcocer from Querétaro, Mexico, he did a lot of cool research, news stories that have happened in the last 10 years since the old one, and he started getting inspired, and he wrote this whole story about identity and a girl that's trapped in this, you know, scary situation, and she has to use her own wits. She's not a superhero. She has no superpowers. She's just like a normal person. She hasn't had, like, you know, Navy SWAT team training or anything like that, so Navy SEAL training. So she has to get out of it with things that a real person could do. So we wanted you to feel like what it would be like if I was in this situation. What would I do? How would I survive? That's what we were trying to draw you into the story. And Gina's so good at drawing you in and making you feel. I think you're going to be just sitting there on your edge of your seat and worrying like, how is she going to get out of this? What is she going to do? Can she save her friend? You're going to be entertained as like a crazy roller coaster ride. Yeah, I think it's entertaining. You love Gina, you love Lino, Ismael. He's very sexy. You're getting drawn into the web, you know.
We're at the premiere of Miss Bala, and we're about to see the film. The story and the fact that the protagonist is a Latina, and pretty much the whole crew was Latino, and the whole cast was Latino. 95% of it was Latino, so I think that's the main thing that attracted me. And I saw the first one, and the original one, and I love it. And, yeah. Being Gina Rodriguez, she's amazing. She's an amazing actress. She's an amazing person. She portrayed the role so good. She delivered so well, and I think people are gonna fall in love with her. And they're gonna see her in a very different role than we have ever seen her. So I think it's good. She's doing it great. Family is the main thing that kept her going. She was there because of me. She tried to help me with my makeup, and then things happen, and she's like, what? And I'm her family, I'm her only family, and so she fights for it, and she tries to get me back. Ismael was amazing. Ismael is the bad guy that you love. So it's really hard to see him as a bad guy because you fall in love with him so much that it's just really hard. You root for him, so it's hard because you root for Gina and you root for him, and you kind of like want them to fall in love. So it's really weird because he's an amazing actor, and he's great. It was amazing because one of the first movies that really marked my life and that I wanted to be an actress was 13. So when I find out that Catherine was directing the film, I was like, what? And when I got the callback and actually did the callback with her, I was like, oh my God, just like by being here, I won, you know? And then when I got the role, it was amazing. And she's an amazing director. She did an amazing job doing this movie. And I think we all feel very lucky and very happy to be on this film and really wanted people to see it and come to the movies on Friday because you guys are going to love it. They're gonna have a lot of fun. They're gonna relate to the characters. They're gonna feel the action. They're gonna feel the tension, and they're gonna feel the love, a different kind of love, family love, and they're gonna be very entertained, you know. And yeah.
We are at the Miss Bala premiere in downtown at the Regal Theaters with so much love and excitement, and it's so beautiful. My heart is like overjoyed. Oh, so much attracted me to this film. I mean, for one, I am so excited that Sony took a chance on making a 95% Latinx in front of and behind the camera, something that doesn't often get done, so we're super proud of that, and it was from the entire Latino community, Latinx community. It was absolutely incredible. Catherine Hardwicke, I mean, the chance to play a really strong, empowered woman that goes after her dreams and goes after protecting herself, that's pretty incredible. Oh, it was incredible. It's very different to have a female gaze. Oh, this awesome woman behind me. It was very different to have a female gaze, especially in an action space. I felt very safe. I felt very protected. It was very cool. I feel like so many women in my life are extraordinary, strong. I mean, all the women in my life are extraordinary women, and I constantly see them protecting themselves, protecting their family, doing whatever they can to make sure that their situation is okay and safe and protected. And so to be able to play a woman that is saving herself is the women that I've always looked up to and that are all around me and that are all here tonight. Yeah, I mean, I'm obsessed. Ismael is a dear, dear friend of mine. I absolutely love him to pieces. Christina, outrageous. Ricky, tremendous. Aislinn, I know you're not with us, but I love you so much. Just a really stellar cast. Yeah. Yes! And now my Jane the Virgin co-star, Yael. Justin's behind me. And Justin. Oh, beautiful! Oh my God. You can expect a roller coaster. You can expect having a lot of fun. Like, bring your homies, have a good time. It's entertainment. It's fun. It's what like you expect from an action movie. Just a lot of on the edge of suspense thriller.
Well, we're here at the Miss Bala premiere. It's January 30th, Los Angeles. The time has come. We're so excited to be here. I mean, we put blood, sweat, and tears in this, and it means so much to us, much more than just a movie or any item on our resumes. It's something that I think we've been getting ready for, and it represents so much for our communities as well. He does go through a lot. It's a complex character. I play Lino Esparza. He's a leader of a big cartel down south of the border. But it's not just any cartel leader. He's a guy that has a lot of hopes and dreams and complexities that throughout the movie, I think you start empathizing with him, and that's it's a little bit of a conflict for everyone. Her character, Gloria Fuentes, is exactly that. It's a woman that comes from an ordinary life, struggling, trying to make it, trying to just as all of us, make ends meet and find some sort of meaning in her life. Then she goes to Tijuana, is in this situation, not to give too much away, and she's forced to take care of herself in ways that she never imagined and step up to her own salvation in ways that she never imagined. And you see her go through a journey in which she becomes an extraordinary being. I think they're gonna see everything. There's moments, a lot of action. There's a thriller aspect of it. You're at the edge of your seat the entire time. There's a little bit of romance here and there. There's moments that you laugh. There's moments that you do get emotional and shed a few tears if you're that open. But it's definitely a movie that has everything, for everyone. person just full of energy, full of commitment, full of ideas. Just it was a delight. Honestly, not a delight. That's too much of an understatement. It was an honor to be part of, to be under her command. You know, in a time where women are taking the spaces that they so rightfully deserve. It's a person with just like Gloria, just like Gina. You know, it's like women with agency, women also with an agenda that are taking the opportunities that have been taken away from them and fully embodying them and making the best out of them. So I'm at their service, and it was just an honor and a pleasure. Gloria was just an amazing time as well. We became very close, super generous. Everybody in the cast was generous. Like, that's something that I have to say. But he brought some. He's just become a father too, so he's very fatherly, you know. And you see him like in his show that he's like this badass, the sweetest guy. Also a great support, an inspiration as an actor. Now by Celine Derbez as well, just like in her scenes that are, you know, she doesn't have the biggest arc, but she really brings something so beautiful. This devastating depth as well, and that's a beautiful, beautiful art. Cristina Rodlo, which is just taking over as well to play Susu. We became great friends, and she's now like a person that I like call a dear friend. And Ricardo Abarca, who was my pollo, you know, my right hand. I think at the beginning, because of our characters, you know, have like that tension. It kind of, I couldn't become his friend, but if we were friends, we were always together. But I was like, we kept like being Lino and Pollo for a long time, but also sweetest guy, hardest worker. I'm lucky to have been part of this and with them. I sincerely can't say I can be here for an hour talking about them, you know.
We're in downtown LA. This is the Miss Bala premiere. We're at the Regal Real something or other downtown, and for Sony. One thing that I loved about the film was that it was female-led, and she was our heroine, and she didn't just sort of get by, and I'm giving away things, but she didn't just like get by and survive as sort of an unscathed or partially scathed victim. She's a heroine, and she chooses her own fate and is able to step into it. And I love that an overtone of the movie was this one of sort of toppling the patriarchy, and it just really resonated with me. I have a lot of women in my family, and I wanted to tell the story. Something that struck me immediately about who Gina is her composure, her confidence. She's so grounded. There's just so much gravity about her. And so it comes across in a sort of very effortless aspect. Like, her disposition as a person is so classy and comfortable and just effortless, everything about her. And that comes from, I think, a true inner strength. And so she just has this innate gravity and power about her, and still has this wonderful femininity. So I thought, I think, look, I didn't make the decision, but I think they made a good one. Yes, similarly, Ismael is like a terrible person and plays a terrible person, so that was perfect casting as well. No, I can't say enough good about both of those individuals. They're such soulful people. They're true artists and like some of the most generous, giving humans, and it was just such a pleasure to work with both of them. So my character is Brian Reich. I'm a DEA agent, and like Gloria, I'm entrenched in the middle of this sort of these cartel goings-on down in Tijuana, and I can't really give many of the details, but I do know, I can say that maybe I'm not who Gloria thinks I initially am. The audience can expect to see really strong characters, well-drawn characters, a very strong and heroic female lead, a little bit of sexiness, a little bit of romance, sort of an unusually shaped romance, and a bunch of explosions, and beautiful Tijuana.
The fact it's a remake and Catherine Hardwicke is in control, I thought it was brilliant, so just being a part of it makes me so happy. Herself. I mean, that's what describes her as a person. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful person. She's kind. She's sweet. She's passionate, and that spreads. You know, it's contagious, highly contagious. And I think we all just got Gina-fied in the set, so that was good. Ismael is a great person, and we had a lot of fun. We had the opportunity to work on our characters together, and I think that we had a bound with our characters because they were like so dark. We had to go deep in our emotions to just scratch inside ourselves and see what we could explore and bring to the characters. So I think we did a great job, you know. We hang out, we would work out together, we would eat at breakfast, rehearsal, read, so it was fun, a lot of fun. We were like a little family, you know. We were all down in Tijuana, eating Mexican food, having fun, with beautiful scenarios around us in Baja California, and we just had the opportunity to be good friends, you know, and get time together and rehearsal and read and get together and just be creative and express ourselves. And Catherine Hardwick, you know, she was so into this movie and so passionate. It was a lot of fun. They're gonna have fun, you know. They're gonna see Gina Rodriguez kick ass. So it's amazing.